A snow-covered forest. A boy, lost and on the verge of giving up. A bright light and a haunting song fill the air. This is the start of Astralojia Episode 1, an episodic series by Astralojia Studios developer Astra Cat. This developer reached out to me regarding a Let's Play and review for the game, of which I'm happy to do. So thank you, Astra Cat, and let's get the review started. Hello friends, my name is Schrient and it's time for my review. This review will cover some distinct categories: stories and characters, visuals, gameplay, and of course the music. And speaking of music, the opening song of this game really surprised me. It had a hauntingly beautiful voice and I really liked the song, and I loved how it was performed. It gave a level of ambience to the game's opening and I think it went really well with the snowy landscape. The battle music also did well, but I did feel that there were parts that could have benefited from a nice tune or two in the overworld. The visuals in this game have a very retro RPG feel to them. Reminds me of old Final Fantasies, and that's something I really liked. The pixelated art style for characters' and environments does a good job of showing off the world. I do wish there was a map to use for navigation in the game. I got lost plenty of times and the characters ran way faster than expected. There was also a small cursor you could use to find your character, but hopefully the next episode will feature better village and forest layouts. Regarding the story and the characters, you play as Taku, a 17-year-old male who wants to go to prestigious magic school. Although he has spirit and enthusiasm towards magic, he also has a very big ego. There are many times in the game where Taku came off as rude, arrogant, and cold-hearted. Everyone he fought was some kid, some other kid, maybe Leaf Kid, and he even spoke badly of people who could teach him new techniques. His story is slowly revealed with flashbacks of his childhood, and it took a while for it to actually get going, but I did find it charming by the end of the game, at least this episode. Taku slowly starts to show more varied emotion once he meets his old friends. I do hope with the next episodes that the game expands on his friendships and gives the main antagonist as well. Episode 1 just had a vague journey, and it took its time showing you Taku's goal. At only around 2 hours of gameplay, it felt like half of the journey was aimless. This is only episode 1 of, I believe, to be 5 episodes. And this episode 1 retails at $4.99, and the remaining episodes are planned for release each month subsequently. These range from $1.99 to $4.99, and I hope the next ones keep the 2-hour mark. Gameplay took inspiration from RPGs of old. The menus and battle system all remind me of Final Fantasy. The ATB active time battle system worked well for the gameplay, and you had attacks, defense, and call sign as your battle menu options. Attack brought up cross and other learnable techniques. I used roundhouse and wind cross, but there were other attacks you could learn. A trainer in each area had a small variety of attacks you could buy. Defense would heal a small amount of mana, and call sign was needed for your magic. Taku could call his wind sign, which would enable him to use wind attacks. Battle also had a quick time event bar that you had to complete for each attack and defense dodge. You could either hit it successfully, hit it highly successfully, or miss altogether. An attack would be normal, critical, or lowered depending on how well you played the gauge. This also impacted battle when your opponent attacks you. You have a different gauge with your target in the middle. It was nice when I could get a highly successful on those since it was automatic full dodge with no damage. The bar did have its faults though. It changed how fast it was on each turn, and sometimes it seemed to be impossible to hit anything. I feel like that bar had a mind of its own and you didn't know what was coming next. Oh no, you called your sign. What? How am I supposed to dodge that? I think it breaks sometimes. Are you really not supposed to dodge at all? Oh my gosh! Other faults of the battle system were random poison, and I was not a fan of the battle multiplier. Each turn brought it from 1 to almost 5. As the battle went on, battles ramped up in difficulty the longer they lasted, and we had 4 opponents that went up quite fast. There were also a few glitches and problems with gameplay. One scene I had went so fast automatically that I couldn't read anything properly. Haku, please tell me you're not really doing this again. But I don't pick fights. He challenged me. All the time, you. Sorry about my friend. He's What am I? You can beat me. He does that all the time. He's impulsive. You know, you need to look at me. Shut up. Haku, if you weren't so rude. Oh, okay, it's going really fast. Uh-oh, you got friends. You got friends. Hey, slow down, game. I can't read a thing. I'm not touching it. Just going. Also, the camera was fixed, which I could never get used to. I do hope in the next episodes they do work on that fixed camera a bit more. It's a bit uncomfortable to walk around and figure out where you're going. But overall, I did like this game. And I would recommend you give it a try. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think.